Do you remember when wrestling felt real? Not real in the sense of punches actually landing, but real in the sense that you believed.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Believed the rivalries, believed the heroes, and believed the villains. Back then, the business thrived on one powerful word.
And that's kayfabe.
But today, kayfabe has been shattered. Instead, we live in the era of the IWC, the Internet Wrestling Community, a place where every rumor, every backstage fight, every botch, and every contract negotiation is seen and reported on in real time. Hey everyone, welcome to the video. I'm Big Dave, and I just wanted to ask the question of, has the IWC made wrestling better? Or has it taken away the magic that kayfabe actually gave us? Section 1, what kayfabe actually is. Kayfabe was actually more than pretending wrestling was real. See, kayfabe was really a sacred agreement between the wrestlers. They played their roles, the promoters protected the secrets, and the fans, they just went along for the ride. Now think about it. When Hulk Hogan tore his shirt and said his prayers, people believed he was that guy. When Ric Flair strutted, people thought he lived that lifestyle. When The Undertaker walked down the aisle, people whispered, is he actually dead?
Really?
Kayfabe made wrestling larger than life. It made every betrayal feel personal. Every title win feel like a world-changing event. So here's the question. Were we better off believing, or are we better off knowing? Section 2, the birth of the IWC. Then came the internet. By the late 90s, fans started logging into message boards, newsletters, dirt sheets. Suddenly, the secrets were out. Fans knew about contracts, creative meetings, who was being pushed, who was being buried. The IWC was born. And at first, it felt empowering, like no more being worked, no more being tricked. Fans felt like insiders, but like they had access to the real story. Here's where it gets interesting. Did that knowledge actually make wrestling more fun? Or did it start to spoil the magic? When you watch a match today, are you actually thinking about the match? Or are you thinking about the star ratings? Backstage politics, and what Dave Meltzer wrote. The IWC changed the lens through which we see wrestling. But was that lens a gift or a curse? Section 3, the power of suspense. Let's think back to an old storyline. Let's say the Mega Powers exploding brother, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage. Friends turned enemies. Fans bought it because kayfabe protected it. And nobody knew they were eating dinner probably the night before.
Not only are you a hot dog, a grandstander, a showboat, and a prima donna, but you're a liar too.
Now imagine a storyline like that playing out today. Twitter/X would have spoiled the turn probably months in advance. There'll be backstage reports about Hulk Hogan being jealous of Randy Savage's push. Would it hit the same? Would the crowd have popped the way they did back then? Suspense is powerful, but suspense dies when you already know the ending. So here's the question. By demanding to know everything, did the IWC rob us of the very thing that made wrestling addictive and surprising? Section 4, the IWC's influence on booking. Now let's talk about influence. Promoters, they read the IWC. Wrestlers read it too. Whether they want to admit it or not, the IWC shapes decisions. If a wrestler gets over online, they might get a push. If the storyline gets trashed, they might get cut.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30, that was the IWC's power. CM Punk's pipe bomb, that was fuel for the online community. Cody Rhodes leaving the WWE back in 2015, building himself back up and coming back, the same story. The IWC made wrestling interactive. Fans become a part of the show, stirring it with their reactions. But influence cuts both ways, because sometimes promoters book for the IWC and forget about the casual fans. Sometimes they chase online approval instead of telling long-term stories. So ask yourself, should fans really have that much power? Or should they just shut up and enjoy the show like Triple H told us to do before WrestleMania 41?
You serious?
Section 5, kayfabe protected the characters. Kayfabe was around when it was taken seriously. Characters lived 24/7. The Iron Sheik was always the Iron Sheik. The Undertaker, always the Undertaker, and so on. Today, one scroll through Instagram and you see wrestlers posting vacation selfies, doing Twitch streams, or arguing politics.
Quiet.
It's not wrong, but guys, it's just different. But it raises a question, a tough question. Can we really get lost in the story when the performers are constantly reminding you that they're just actors? Kayfabe protected the illusion. The IWC ripped it apart. And once you've seen behind the curtain, can you really ever believe in the magic again? Section 6, the community aspect. Now here's something the IWC did give us. It gave us a sense of community, including myself. Back in the day, being a wrestling fan could feel isolating. People always called it fake and we always had to defend it. Now, you log on and you're connected to millions of fans worldwide. You debate, you share clips, you argue, you laugh. The IWC turned wrestling fandom into a massive conversation, but the community can also be toxic.
I think Twitter brings out the worst in its users.
The same of what unites us, fans can also tear wrestlers down. Botches get replayed endlessly. Storylines get ripped apart before they even unfold. So here's another question. Has the IWC built a family of fans or just built a mob? Section 7, the average fan experience. Now think about the average fan. In the Kayfabe era, you went to the arena, you cheered the hero, you booed the villain, then you went home. That was it. Today, the average fan is also an armchair booker, a critic, a ratings analysis, and the X/Twitter commentator.
I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Is that better? Maybe. It makes the fans feel smart, more involved, but it also makes us harder to please. When every fan thinks they know the right way to book the show, can the product actually really ever satisfy you? Section 8, Kayfabe's rare comebacks. Every once in a while, wrestling gives us a taste of kayfabe again. Remember when CM Punk walked out in 2011? Nobody knew if it was real or if it was scripted. Fans buzzed like it was the Attitude Era again. Or even when The Fiend first debuted, people weren't sure what they were watching. Like, that mystery, it really hooked them. Those moments proved something. Even in the IWC era, we crave kayfabe. We crave not knowing. So the big question, is it possible to bring kayfabe back? Or is that innocence just gone forever? Section 9, the balance between knowing and believing. Now, here's where it gets a little complicated. The IWC has given us access, connection, and influence. Very true. Kayfabe gave us mystery and belief. What if the best future is a balance? What if wrestling can use the IWC's reach without letting it control everything? What if the wrestlers could be real people online but still protect the characters in the ring? And what if the promoters stopped fighting the IWC and just started working with it to blur the lines between reality and story? Because maybe the real evolution of wrestling isn't choosing between Kayfabe and IWC. Maybe it's learning how to blend both together.
Ooh, that's a good one.
In conclusion, so where does this leave us? The IWC has changed wrestling forever. Fans, they aren't just fans anymore. They're insiders, they're critics, and influencers. Maybe kayfabe is all but dead, but the business is adapted. But here's the heart of the debate. Did we actually gain more than we lost? We gained knowledge, community, and influence, but we lost innocence, surprise, and belief. You know, maybe the hard truth is wrestling will never go back to what it was. But that doesn't mean it can't be magical again. It just means that the magic has to evolve. And maybe that's the ultimate test for the wrestling fans in the IWC. Not whether the fans know the secrets, but can the promoters, can they make us feel? Because when the lights go out, the music hits, and when the crowd pops, the question isn't, did we know? The question should be, do we believe? Thanks for watching the video.
Dynamic.